Good afternoon. My name is Vanessa Hernandez, and I'm a current student of Charter Oak State College. And today's topic will be about spousal homicides. However, when referring to spousal homicide, there is a significant gap in the data involving partner homicide. This is because they exclude those relationships involving same gender partners in states that do not recognize their status, and mixed gender couples living together. So therefore we will be talking about females and male relationship. They're also known that 50% of offenders in state prisons are for abuse and killing their victims. So as we know, our prison system is huge. Those numbers are incredibly obnoxious. There's so many people in prison, but 50% of that total is due to spousal homicides as well. There are signs of domestic violence in a relationship. Everything may seem nice, however, things are not as noticeable as we think. They avoid you or try to keep you isolated from your loved ones, so you don't talk to them. They're not aware what's going on. That's very important to be noticing in a relationship when they try to keep you away from your loved ones as well. They need to know your daily moves, what you do, when you do it, as well. Other signs is if you're wearing clothes off season. If it's winter, and you're covering more than you normally would, or if it's summer and you're wearing long sleeves, it doesn't make sense. So keep your eye on those, because unfortunately domestic violence do play a big part in victims. Violence is, unfortunately the cause of the death. So therefore, when someone punches you, throws you, pinches you, and tells you I love you, that's domestic violence. You need to know signs. However, as well, victims of spousal abuse believe that reporting the offenders may subject them to a further victimization at the hands of the perpetrator. Many women and men believe that if they speak up, say something, it could get worse. They have financial issues, they have loved ones, they have kids that they want to keep together as a family. They can't really keep themselves as them. So it's important to understand that there shouldn't be no reason why someone should have your hands on your body or anywhere. So saying that as well, Black women were mostly likely to die by homicide of any kind at 4.4 deaths per 100,000 people, followed by Native American women, Hispanic, and finally white and Asian. As well, females were 84% of spouse abuse victims and 86% of victims of abuse at the hands of a boyfriend and girlfriend. Boyfriend and girlfriend does not mean married, but boyfriend and girlfriend is a big a starting. If you see those signs of keeping you isolated, needing to know your daily moves, keep your eye. That's not considered jealousy. We should be aware of what really could happen. If you get married to this person, don't expect them to change, because it only gets worse as well. About a third of the time, the couples have argued right before the homicide took place, and about 12% of deaths were associated with jealousy. The majority of victims were under the age of 40, and 15% were pregnant. About 54% were gun death. So as well, 15% were pregnant. Men sometimes cannot handle change. They maybe don't have a job. There could be many reasons as well. And 54% were gun death. Unfortunately, our gun violence may have increased. Our policies do with gun, it's very hard to be, it's just not as strict as we wish it was. As well as who are affected? Our children, our family members, kids. If we have kids, the kids see the violence day in, day out. they struggled, they feel sad when their parents died, and especially when one of the parents kill the other parent. It's tragic. It's really tragic. Because why? Because these kids have no sense of love. They don't understand. They blame themselves. They should have told somebody. They wish they spoke up. So we should be aware of their family members. The kids are involved now. They have to run from housing, or they just get the bigger hit because now mom is dead or dad is dead, and one parent's in jail for the rest of their life, and the child is mentally, emotionally destroyed. Family members are normally asking, why didn't we see the signs? What happened? She should have called us. But however, jealousy is a big important aspect of what happens in a relationship as well. They argue, the argument, something people unfortunately cannot handle. So jealousy may seem such a silly word, maybe for some people, but in a relationship it's very important to be able to speak up for each other, understand. Children tend to blame themselves. Unfortunately, they wish they could do more, and we should be able to change these things. We should be able to educate women, educate men, because women could do the same thing or as violent as a man. So we should be able to understand that men should also be aware of when violence are playing a part, because it's unfortunately, but violence is a big aspect of homicide. So we should all be aware of what's going on. Thank you. Have a great day.